wasn't late. You were early.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Anime Club After Dark, the podcast that delves into all things anime, manga, and otaku culture related. I'm your host, Alex, but you can call me Senpai, and joining me tonight, we have our czar of source material, John.
It's just way too early for this.
for you and me both, man. I'd usually be waking up right about this time of recording.
Yeah, like, times have changed, man. I don't know if I like this change that Anime Club After Dark is going through.
The times they are changed. Anyway, and we also have our poser extraordinaire, Nitai.
I, for one, welcome our new time overlord thingy schedule things meme.
Ooh.
I'm sure you do, because for those who don't know, since Nitai lives on the other side of the world as everyone else in this podcast, we're usually recording for him in the middle of like the early morning, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So you have to either really screw up your sleep schedule or just like be like, whatever.
Yeah, I take one for the team every time. But not today. Now it's my prime time.
And Sho was supposed to be joining us tonight, but his mic was acting up really bad right before we started recording, so he won't be joining us, which is a shame, because what we're going to be doing tonight, because this is actually another one of our WTF episodes. This is actually episode 19 of our WTFs, and instead of doing what we normally do, where we just talk about anything, on our Discord server, which you can join down below in the description, we have a channel where people can ask us any kind of questions they want, and on our WTF episodes, typically at the very beginning, we answer them. Since we've gotten so many over the last few weeks, we decided we'd take an entire WTF episode to answer them. And I also put out a post on our social media, both on Facebook and on Twitter, asking for more questions, and a few of you also responded there as well. That's why I'm kind of sad that Sho's not here, because some of these, I'd like to hear his answer for some of these questions. So I guess we're just going to go through this in the order that they were kind of asked, that we haven't answered them already. So let's get into it. So the first question we have is, I'm going to go through our Discord questions first. So the first question we have is from Military Boy AJ, and he asks, what is your favorite harem anime?
Clannad.
John.
Clannad, 100%. I had this ready to go.
The saddest harem anime.
Listen,
yeah, it is pretty sad.
Many years ago, my friend was like, I was like, man, I hate harem animes. Like, they're all trash and this and that, right? And he was like, but don't you love Clannad? I was like, yeah. And then he's like, that's a harem anime. Then I was shook, dude. Like,
I was shook.
I had to take days off. I just couldn't comprehend what he just said to me. I was like, Clannad, a harem anime? And I thought about it, and I was like, oh my god, it is a harem anime.
I'm just imagining John, like Kiryu from Yakuza, like in the Bakamitai clip, just in a bar holding a glass of whiskey.
Yeah, no, legit, dude.
It's a harem anime.
Like, I can't deal with this right now.
And I mean, yes, it's technically a harem anime because it has like multiple heroines that you can choose. You know, from the game you can choose different routes, but they focused on one main one. But they did show all the other harem girls, so I guess it's technically a harem. So whatever, it's Clannad. Fuck everyone else.
I mean, and it's worth mentioning that in the actual visual novel that Clannad comes from, it really is a harem.
Yeah. So I don't know. See, I want to say that it should qualify as a harem anime / visual novel only if you can get the chase all girls route. If you can't do that, then I don't think it should be classified. But that's just me. So.
Fair enough. What about you, Nitai?
Monogatari.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ!
Listen, honestly, I haven't watched that many like harem anime. Clannad is really fucking good, but I was such a weak boy that after watching the finale, I couldn't watch like the other OVAs because I just couldn't do it. So yeah, Monogatari is great. Every girl is amazing. Hanekawa is the best. God. Fuck you, Alex.
It's not a harem.
I mean, like, I'm saying it, like, it has harem elements. Let's not kid ourselves, bro.
Okay, yes, it has.
It's
way
it's
more
very
female characters
self-indulgent
than
with
male.
it. No.
Okay,
It's very
but
self-indulgent.
again, this is why we need to refer to the list. Like, does it allow you to pursue a relationship with everyone? Then technically it's a harem. If it doesn't allow you to do that, then it's not a harem, dude. It cannot be a harem.
Araragi kissed multiple girls in that show.
Yeah, but whatever. You know what?
Yeah, he also tongue kissed both of his sisters too. You want to throw that in there and make it?
Hey!
too?
Some people, I'm not justifying it because not for me, but some people are actually shipping it. So,
Hey, I mean,
no comment, dude.
send it.
Yeah, not for me,
Alex,
but
Alex, what's your favorite harem?
So my favorite harem is actually a reverse harem. It's called Kiss Him Not Me.
Okay. I don't remember watching
I know why
this.
I love it so. Oh, I know why I love it so much because all the guys in it are super cute.
and the girl is you, just in a woman.
Pretty much, yeah. She's she's 100% of Fujoshi. And yeah, you're right. She is basically me as a woman. What's that like, John? Because I know you're dating one.
It's work.
What's it like dating me as a woman, John?
It is work. 100% work. I love you, but holy shit, man. Sometimes.
I don't know. So I love the manga so much. I love the anime so much that I went and read the manga, and then the manga got me hooked. And like, it has a really good payoff at the end. I won't spoil anything, but the payoff is really good at the very end.
I don't remember. Is that the one where the girl like originally is like fat or something?
Yes.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah,
she's overweight, and then she gets
overweight.
like super depressed and stops eating because of it and becomes thin.
No, but why did she get super depressed, Alex?
I forget. Was it?
It was
she
because
was playing a. She was playing like an eroge and like something happened,
no.
or was it an anime that she was watching?
Her favorite male character in an anime dies, so she got so
Yeah, her favorite male character in an anime dies. She gets super depressed and stops eating to lose weight.
Bro, I watched only the first episode of that show and it already was like, wow, this is great.
You should read the manga.
Yeah.
All right. So the second question we have comes from Dr. Sauce, who is also one of the moderators of our Facebook page. He says, "What is your least favorite anime trope, John?"
I don't know, man. I'm super into like a lot of trashy animes, so there isn't a trope where I'm just like, oh, I'm tired of seeing this. Because in my opinion, you know, as long as it's executed fine, I really don't care. But I guess I get really tired very quickly of like the magic of friendship type of stuff. Like freaking, I can't believe you would do that to my best friend. And then like you mega power level up, and then somehow you can beat the big bad. And I'm just like, all right,
could you hurt
like,
my nakama?
Yeah, Ore no Nakama. Yeah, so I guess the power of friendship trope where they get that sudden burst of energy, I like, because it just feels like in every shonen, every time you get to a difficult battle scene, it's always that, right? It's always going to be the power of Nakama. And it's like, I get it, Luffy. The power of Nakama has saved you. But holy shit, man, at every single turn, does it have to be the power of Nakama?
I'll give One Piece credit. When they pull off the fucking Nakama line, like when they pull it off really well. No, fuck
apologist over here.
No, I'm not. It's actually good. There's this one moment in the show where it's like super emotional. It's like everything is lost and stuff. It's like if you watch it, you know it's in Marineford, whatever. There's a line about his Nakama. It's like my boy. I feel
yeah. So I mean, again, I don't hate it just because it's there. It just seems like it's one of the most overused tropes to fall back on. Of okay, we need to somehow power scale our main character so that way he can beat the big bad because he's getting his ass handed to him right now. So that's just how I feel.
Natai.
Fake tension always gets me out of a show.
Okay.
You know? Like when
yeah.
it's like,
no, that makes sense.
Yeah, like when
like a build up with no payoff.
No, it's not even that. It's okay. I remember watching the fucking second My Hero Academia movie. It's okay. It's whatever. It's just fun. And then by the end of it, there's like the climax, and it's a big fight. It's really well animated. It's like, okay, cool. I'm into it. It's just a really fun fight, sure. And then they're like try and do like a whole, oh no, it has some consequence to this fight. What are they gonna do? And you're like, no, you're not. Everything's fine. I don't buy it that you're in danger.
But My Hero just does that all the time, though.
No, so most of the time, not all the time, but you know what? Sometimes like a show that I really enjoy, it'll be like, oh no, the character is dead. And it's like, no, they're not.
Yeah.
No, they're fucking not.
The fake out deaths and stuff like that. Like
yeah, it's like
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, like very rarely it's like done really well, because not just as like it's not done mainly to like it's not done for like the tension aspect of it. It's just done to like progress the story in an interesting way. That's when I'm like, yeah, I'm down. But when it's like someone's dead, for instance, or something's like they're like in peril, whatever, and you just know it, they're not. It's fine. It's like,
yeah,
it really takes me out of the show.
Yeah, fake out deaths kind of bother me too. Now, one thing I do love is when like the protagonist will try to fake the death of one of the characters to get at the antagonist. That's kind of fun to watch.
Like very recently I watched, actually it would be kind of a spoiler. Never mind. I watched a shonen. It's very popular right now. And there's a moment early on when there's a death and you're like, no, they're not. But then they actually go in a different, like an interesting direction with it. So I was like, oh, I'm surprised. That's cool. So, you know.
Okay.
It can be done well.
Yeah, it can. If I had to pick a least favorite anime trope, oh, there's so many shitty ones. I like John. I used to be a huge fan of it, but I've fallen out of love with the whole power of friendship thing in shonen. Mostly because I've fallen out of love with shonen in the first place.
I was ready for a different answer.
But one of the things that really gets me is like the non-committal romance. Like especially with like same-sex romances in anime, where you can like genuinely see tension, or not tension, but chemistry between the characters, and then like, oh no, we can't do this. We have the same stuff between our legs.
Yeah, but isn't that
sword
just
fight?
Isn't that just homophobia from Japan?
I mean, maybe a little bit, but it also happens with heterosexual romances too, just the non-committal stuff, like where there's obvious chemistry between characters and like, just commit to it for fuck's sake.
Well, that's just, I feel like that falls under unnecessary like romance plots. Like, this didn't need to be here. Why is this here? You just did it to fuck with us, to sell the ships.
But if you're gonna put an unnecessary romance plot, at least fucking commit to it. Jesus.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's part of the, all right, so we need to have maybe a little bit of romance to help that like 5% of people who are still watching get over themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something really stupid. I definitely would say I agree. Like, don't put this in here. If you're not gonna commit, why was this even a thing? You know?
Yeah.
What was the point?
I think
oh my god, I can't remember what fucking show. Oh, it was the fucking that one I just finished. The one you got, Baccano.
Oh, Baccano.
With Baccano, okay. with the whole like, I've fallen in love with you. And I'm just like, why? Why did you fall in love with her? There was no reason to fall in love with her. Like, why is this even in here? What do you mean? I mean, at least they commit to it and they stick it to the end.
Yeah, they commit to it. That's the great thing about it. Actually,
yeah.
But I just didn't understand. I was like, how and why? This dude, why? He's just like, I've fallen for you. And it's like, you don't even know her. You've known her for 15 fucking seconds. Like, what the actual fuck, dude?
Okay, she compliments him so well, she lets him talk all the time.
Jesus. Anyway, I hate shit like that, where it's like, why does this exist? This was not a main point of the story. This was just here for whatever goddamn reason, and it just pisses me off. Like, but no, still the power of Nakama is still my most hated trope, if I'd have to say, because of how overused it is. Because I don't run into so many anime that's like has so many romance subplots that they don't go through. I'm just like, because I usually when I'm watching these things, I'm watching rom-coms, so they do go through with romance, so whatever.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
All right.
Before we move on, just a quickie. Like, I think shows should like try and delve into more interesting types of like relationships, you know, like because when you guys talked about it, it reminded me of what was I thinking in Psychopaths. There was one of the female officers. There was like this running thing. It was just hinted at. Like she would like leave some offices, and then you could see her just like tightening her tie or whatever and leave. And then after that, you'd see I can't remember the scientist's name. What was her name? But she would leave like 5 minutes after her. It was just a thing that they like put in there to give them a bit more like character, I suppose. And I like that. It just added a bit without like distracting from the rest of the show, you know? It was an interesting type of relationship.
Yeah,
know?
You're right.
They fucking.
They fucking.
No, it wasn't interesting. They fucking, bro.
I mean, at least they were kind of subtle about it in the beginning, though. Like,
no, that's about as subtle as an elephant in a tiny room. Okay.
I'll just put it this way: they were certainly more subtle about the fucking in that show than they are in Mushoku Tensei.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know how we're gonna not spoil everything with this next question. Military boy AJ wants to know, what is your favorite anime death? Oh lord.
Let's name the show.
All right. So, Gurren Lagann has one of my most favorite anime deaths because when I first saw this anime death, I was just like, it made me so angry. I couldn't handle it. I could not watch Gurren Lagann. And I came back years later and watched all of it, and then I still hated the show because I couldn't believe how they ended it and how dirty they did my boy. And then the third time I rewatched it, because I was like, you know what, I've got to give it a fair shake. I can't just hate it because they did things I didn't like. Then I realized the majesty of Gurren Lagann and the amazing story it tells.
And the power of friendship.
So, listen. My drill will pierce the heavens, okay? And I'm trying to keep it as spoiler-free as possible. But the very first death that we see of one of the characters in Gurren Lagann, we all know. Like, if you know, you know. This is spoiler enough for the people who already know they know what I'm talking about. But damn, dude, it hit me. Like, but it's my most favorite because of like how it. I hate it when there's unnecessary death in anime as well, because it's like, why did you just kill this character off? Attack on Titan. And there, if there's no reason for the death other than, we're just gonna kill a bunch of people off because we're just edgy like that, I don't care. I don't fucking care. Who cares? You're killing off characters no one cares about. But if you use a death correctly, it can help spur on the plot, and that's usually what they try to save it for. There should be meaningful deaths, like in Naruto. There are meaningful deaths. When someone passes in that show, it signifies a certain part in the storyline for Naruto. Like,
why are you gonna do me like this? Why I'm about to cry.
The world shall know pain.
Okay. God.
And
why are you doing this?
It was honestly a boil down between those two deaths, like, in my opinion, because I just love them so much. Like, I hated it, obviously, because I was like, no, it can't be real. No, bullshit, no.
The great thing about the death you're talking about in Gurren Lagann is it very wonderfully establishes the stakes of the show for the characters.
Yeah, and it just gets better, And my second most favorite would have to be the Naruto one, like the World Will Know Pain one, because, again, I was in such disbelief, dude. I was like, no way. No, I was shook. And that's how, like, when you're invested in a character and they use that as a device to propel the plot forward and show you the stakes of everything, and, like, it's just good, dude. It's good writing to me. It's good execution.
It is.
In more ways than one.
Yeah.
No, Gurren Lagann is such a good example of it. But mine, I think Code Geass has several, which were really powerful. But like the biggest one is, you guys know what I'm talking about, and it's probably like the most like what I say, like edge of your seat moments I've seen, and yet the most satisfying death to some extent I've seen in anime. It's just so well done. It's so like the moment you realize why it's happening and what's the purpose behind it, it's like you realize, oh, this is so good. It's such a good payoff to the entire show. It's such a and again, it's like one of the best endings ever in anime to me, because of it. It's such an incredible way to close that story.
Yeah, that one was my favorite, but then we got to consider the fact that it's
yeah,
they
haven't
took it
watched
too far.
It's not real
no,
to me.
listen. I
It's not
want
real to me.
you to listen here very, very carefully. Code Geass only has 2 seasons.
Yeah,
That's
right.
it.
That's it.
It only has 2 seasons. Nothing else happens after the end of that second season.
Yeah.
Also,
sure.
Also, like, I don't know if I should consider it a death because I don't know, but one of the last scenes in Anohana always gets me just super emotional. Yeah, it's I don't know what to say about it. It's just so powerful, you know.
All right. Well, I have a couple that I wanted to mention. Probably the most emotional I ever got at a death in anime was actually in a movie, and it's called Makia.
Oh my god!
No,
Yeah, of course.
No.
Okay,
and
yeah.
it's not necessarily because of the character that died. It's because of how one of the characters reacts to it, and it's so sad and heartbreaking.
Yeah.
That's probably the most emotional I've ever been at an anime death. Both of you guys have mentioned really good ones, by the way. But another death that I've always been really keen on is in, well, Death Note. Ironically enough, I want to say it comes around the 2/3 mark.
It's
It was certainly unexpected.
Yeah.
Yep, totally wasn't built up to.
No.
See, I don't feel like that would be impactful to me because I don't think about it all the time like I do with the other deaths when I think about the series. Like when I think about Death Note, I just happen to recall, oh yeah, that happened. That was weird. I don't know why they did that, but whatever.
It's such a great moment, though. It's so well executed.
I think I remember it so fondly, I guess, because of how like dramatic it is in the moment that it happens.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
dude, it's fucking hammed up for sure.
Like a lot of
the
Death
best
Note
way
is
possible.
very
Yeah.
hammed up.
Yeah, Death Note is
That's
very
why it's so
hammed.
good. Take a chip and eat it, son of a bitch.
All right,
Now
you
take
two.
a bite. Oh my god.
All right. So the next question we have is from Sun Sun. If you had to be transported to any hentai as the main girl or one of the main girls, which hentai would it be? And if
Oh my
applicable,
God.
which girl?
I can
Oh my
only
God.
think of bad answers because all the hentai is all like rapey and stuff.
I know,
It's all
right?
NTR rape and like fuck man, I don't know. I got to pick a vanilla one if I don't want to get raped. I don't know the name of hentais off the top of my head. Dude, who cares about that?
Bible Black.
God, oh yeah, I'll be yeah.
That's
make
good.
me- no, that's full of gangbang and rape. And futas. I guess
Lots of futas.
And all the girls get bad endings and raped. If not raped, they get bad ending. Oh man, it's a terrible choice. No, we're not doing that. I don't know the name of any hentais off the top of my head other than Bible Black and like Boku no Pico, but that's just for memes. So
Sure.
I'm gonna have to like go look up I have to go look up hentai. Hold on, I'm gonna go look at it now.
I got you, fam.
He's gonna legit go look it up.
While you look it up, I got you, fam. I got you. So, hear me out.
Okay.
Interspecies reviewers.
That's not a hint.
That's not it.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Bruh.
Well, let's just say, for sake of argument, that it is. Which girl are you talking about?
There's so many good ones to choose from. Am I right? Which one gets?
You better
the
say
least
Hyena
fucked?
girl. You better say Hyena girl.
No, fuck that shit. No, what's the name of the bartender? The chicken.
Yeah.
What was her name? The chicken girl. I'll take that. She doesn't get drilled at all. Her
You're not even
mannequins
gonna
do,
get
but-
drilled. Why would you even want to be reincarnated in this world, man?
Yeah, right?
You're
Man, I
answering
can
the wrong
fly anywhere I
questions.
want. It's great.
Oh my god.
Bruh, she's living pretty good life, let's be honest.
Majorie, that's her name. I had to go look
Yes, her. I mean, and again, she doesn't get drilled in the show. Her mannequins do, so I'm safe.
But okay, never mind. I'm not gonna spoil it. You're right. In the show, she doesn't. But anyway,
Well, there you go.
I cannot
John, have you-
find- I can't remember what it was. The fucking one that all the people in there are futas or girls or just futas. Freaking
What?
Futabu? Was that it? Futabu?
Oh yeah, Futabu. Yeah, like
That-
literally every girl is a futa.
Every girl
Oh
is a
my
futa,
God.
and if they're not a futa, they're just straight up a girl. And I'm just, you know what? I'm okay with this.
Oh my god.
If I could be anyone, I'd probably be the president girl. You know, the little loli with the giant penis. Like her penis goes all the way up from her crotch all the way to her like her chest, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, she's hung like a horse. Literally comes buckets. Who wouldn't want to be in this world as one of the futas, dude? Come on.
Hey, futas are amazing.
Oh my god. I don't want any part in this conversation. I mean, anymore.
Listen. To be pegged while you're pegging someone, releasing buckets of literal cum. Come on, man. There's no better hentai world to be in.
When are we doing an episode that can...
This entire
That's my
podcast was
question.
founded on the fact that we all love futabu.
No, don't say that.
I mean,
That's not
to
true.
be fair, we all are degenerates.
We're all just degenerates.
No,
so-
not for real. When are we doing the hentai
if I-
episode?
Fuck you. So if I say Shoujo Ramune, how quickly are the FBI gonna show up?
Oh my
Alright.
god, is that what with the lollies?
Yes.
Ugh.
Listen.
Just stay in your little grave, bro.
Why not even Doki Doki Oya-san? So that way you can be drilled by a mega big hunk. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Or I could do Ultimate Domain, which is literally just a fucking like femboy in an all-girls school. Yeah, I'll take that.
I've never seen this. I don't know what that is.
Ultimate Domain's pretty good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, moving on.
So I got moving on. Thank God. Dr. Sauce wants to know, what is your favorite alcohol?
So
Okay.
I fucking love lagers. I at first thought I didn't like beer. Turns out I only like lagers, like Heineken or Stella Artois, because I beat my wife. Apparently-
Weinsteffen is pretty good.
Apparently, the British people say people who enjoy Stella Artois are wife beaters. I didn't know that. It's a weird thing that they say.
Yeah, I
But
didn't know
yeah.
until about like a year ago that had that like connotation. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's so weird. But anyway, yeah, like Heineken, Stella, not Kirin. Oh my gosh, what is it?
Sapporo?
Is it Sapporo? Ichiban the Ichiban?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that a lager?
Yes.
I don't think
Okay.
I know it.
And then Singha, that's a Thai one, Thai lager. I like that one a lot too. I like lagers, okay? And when it comes to hard alcohol though, I don't really I used to drink a lot of Jack and Coke.
Mm.
So, I guess Jack and Coke.
All right. Natai, I know what happens when you drink whiskey.
Oh boy.
So this is, when I just want to chill, so I'll just drink a beer, whether it's like Weinsteffen, which I really enjoy, or Blue Moon, which is just a very chill beer, just cool, nice, that's it. I do really enjoy whiskey. Chivas is a really good one. And what was another? I can't remember what was the name of it, but it was with honey. It was really good.
mead?
So whiskey is...
Like a mead? A honey mead?
I think. I don't know.
He was
can't
too
remember.
drunk. He can't remember.
Pretty much, yeah. But it was really fucking good. I really enjoyed whiskey in general. I just really enjoy like the aroma of it all. It's great. I love the feel of it. but I also really enjoy cocktails and making cocktails. They're just really fun. It's like cooking, and it's fun to experiment with stuff. Anything that has like Irish cream with it is the best.
Irish cream is delicious.
Bruh, there's like one. What was the name of it? I think it was called Orgasm. It's pretty much Irish cream, sweet cream, maybe a coffee liquor with it, and some other stuff. It's amazing. I love it. Absolutely love it. So,
Dare I say orgasmic?
Oh, you don't even know, bruh.
Yeah, I mean, as the resident alcoholic, there's very little I won't drink. I love beer, just generally just beer. I love drinking it. I love trying new stuff. I actually try to, when I go on vacations, I try to like plan vacations around going to breweries. That's how much I love beer. Like Natai, I also am a big fan of whiskey. I typically try to drink it either on the rocks or just with something very light, like a, not necessarily Coke, but just something light. And I also, this is kind of a recent discovery for me. Like, I really like gin. Like,
Really?
especially
Yeah.
gin and tonic. It's really good.
No, I completely understand. When I first discovered gin and tonics, I was like, this is an old person drink. And I had it, I was like, this is actually pretty fucking good.
No,
Really?
you're right, though. Like, I've always only heard of old people ordering it. And I ordered it one time, and I'm like, this is pretty fucking good.
So
I
kinda
drank
just
like
like-
8 of them.
It's also kind of
try
like,
to explain.
oh, I was going to say, it's also kind of like old people drinks like a martini. Like, who wants fucking pickle and clam juice with, like, alcohol? That's weird. Then I had it, and I was just like, you know what? These old folks, they got something going on. They know a thing or two, man, about these drinks.
So, as the youngest one here, I'm curious. What do you like about gin and tonic? Because like I haven't tried it in ages, so maybe I'll enjoy it now. But I don't know. Didn't feel much for it when I tried
Gin,
it.
to me at least, gin doesn't taste like it's got a ton of alcohol in it. Probably because it is the least caloric, I think, spirit out there is gin. Because it doesn't have any sugar in it, or at least doesn't have a lot of sugar in it.
But it didn't taste like anything to me.
Yeah,
That's the
see,
problem.
Well, the thing about the gin is that it's unlike vodka, which tastes like straight up rubbing alcohol, and you have to be super fucking smashed to be able to down it like water, or like tequila, which tequila's actually really good too.
Yeah, tequila's great.
But with
Tequila's
gin,
great, except it makes me go crazy and gives me an upset stomach.
So with gin, because it's so light that the tonic enhances the flavor of it, you know? Like if you add just a little bit of sweetener or something, it's a little bit too much, but it's the perfect balance when you just have the gin and a tonic. And
The thing about
that's
gin
literally
is
it.
like how a lot of spirits are like supposed to be enhancing the flavor of what you're putting the spirit into. It's the opposite with gin. What you're putting into the gin is enhancing this flavor of the gin.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like it. It's light. It's easy to drink. And it's easy to go through a whole bottle before you realize it.
Please don't drink too much. Drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly. Don't
yeah,
follow
don't
my
learn from
lead.
us. Yeah, exactly.
Even though Sho isn't here, I can actually answer this one for him because he doesn't drink.
That's good. I also don't
that's
drink
actually
anymore. But that's for medical reasons. So,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
All right, next question is, again, from Military Boy AJ. Which anime world would you want to be transported to? Now, before you guys answer this, I would like to say that myself, Sho, and I think Natai as well, did an episode of the podcast last year where we actually talked about this very subject.
Yeah, that's true. That's a fun
So if you
episode.
want like a more extended explanation of that, you can definitely go check that out.
Nice plug.
Yes. But John, since you weren't even on that episode...
So, all right, I have two answers. All right. My first answer is going to be obviously Overlord because I need to see the almighty presence of Ain Sama. Like Sasuga Ain Sama. I need to see this shit. Okay? I don't care if I'll like get killed and whatnot. I just need to be like Sasuga Ain Sama. That's all I need to do. The second one probably would be SAO? Can I say that?
What?
I mean, sure.
Well, I mean, like,
It's okay.
I think about the fact that they have full dive MMORPG shit, and like they don't live in a world that's super fucked up by like terrorism. I don't have to watch little kids fighting mechas over an intergalactic war. Like, it would be obviously super cool to live in a Gundam world because, hey, maybe you could pilot Gundams, but realistically speaking, you're probably not going to be piloting a Gundam. You're probably just going to get enslaved in the frontier. And
I don't know. Japan just finished building their own.
No, but I'm saying like flying in space Gundams. Come on, you know what I meant. But like a lot of these cool worlds that I would love to be in because of the technology and stuff, they're usually at war, or like there's terrorism, or there's like a threat of the world happening. So I don't think it would be fun to be in these worlds. But SAO is so peaceful and calm, and as long as you stay the fuck away from Kirito and his madness, you're good, dude.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
If you stay away from Kirito, you definitely will not be tentacle raped.
Exactly. Like, as long as you stay away from the main character of the anime world in SAO, you're probably not gonna die, and you're just gonna be able to enjoy the future and have all the cool technology and just be a fucking normal person. But that's my answer. So whatever.
All right, Natai.
As you mentioned, we spoke a lot about like different worlds in that episode. So I'll just give a quick shout out to Death Parade, specifically to that sort of like underworld hell, sort of that depiction they did for that place in the show, because it's just super lit. It's real cool. I like Queen Decking. It's such a cool bar. I wanna run a bar like that. It's awesome.
Hey, fair enough. I'd love to
like,
be a bartender.
But seriously though, it's a really cool sort of depiction they did in that show of hell, I suppose. Like, I really enjoyed that world they created.
Well, it wasn't technically hell; it was purgatory.
Yeah, it was purgatory. That's right. But it seems like a cool place. I'm down to go there sometime.
Or not purgatory, limbo? Is that the same thing? I don't know.
Not really. No.
It's a place where they judge souls, right?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Wherever that
Judge
place
the souls
is called.
of the dead.
And see, again, I feel like if you reincarnated in that world, though, you'd be one of the unlucky souls to be judged.
I mean,
not a resident of the Shinigami being able to judge people.
Yeah. With my luck, I'll probably be just someone who's got screwed. But whatever. Like, if there's a chance of being half as cool as Dekim and being a badass bartender and just make cool drinks all day, man, I can live with that. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool, I'd say too.
Yeah.
All right, well, I got a couple I can mention here. I mean, obviously, as someone who absolutely loves the story, I have to say Spice and Wolf, because like it just seems like such an idyllic land that they're in, and it'd be great to just like live like Lawrence, just be a merchant, just going back and forth between all the cities. I don't know, it seems like fun to me. But to a less serious answer, probably I don't know, interspecies reviewers, where everyone's just as horny as I am.
I thought about it as well, just so you know.
Yeah. Either
but
that,
I told myself
or
I won't say it.
Either that or Mashoga Tensei, because the people in that sure seem to be just about as horny as I am.
Fair.
But yeah, I mean, interspecies reviews would be great. All right, next question. Let's see, from Dr. Sauce again. Let's see, what anime would you like to get an additional season or seasons or a rework to be closer to the source material?
Okay.
Bakano.
Bakano, yeah.
All right. Why? Anyway.
Fuck you.
Listen, I didn't hate it that much. It was all right.
I know.
But additional season, No Game No Life. Season 2 when? Come on, obvious.
Fuck yeah.
Rework to be closer to the source material. Man, Overlord, 100%. Like,
yeah.
I want Madhouse. Stop with the CG. Just stop. Get help. Like, make
Stop
it. I haven't seen the full like superiority of Ainsama. I need to witness it in its full 60K, like, or 60K, 4K,
60K. Holy shit.
60 FPS.
They'll never
4K
get done with
glory.
the animation. One frame will take like 80 years to do.
It'll be the new red line.
Oh god, but that's just anyone who listens to the podcast and knows about me, like, obviously these were my answers. Like, what else would I say?
Whoa, wait. Speaking of CG, when are we getting a fucking good Berserk anime? That's the real question.
Never. Just, like, when is it going to be finished? Never. But I'm pretty sure your answer is going to be Bagano, right, Natai?
No, like, as I said, like, I'd love to see more Bakano, but, you know, it's a dream just in the ground somewhere there, you know. But yeah, like, dude, I would die if they would make an actual good Berserk anime. It deserves it.
I would too, because I'll literally be dead when that happens.
I know, right? No, but please, someone, please. It deserves it. Give me some Berserk anime, please.
I mean, additional seasons, obviously Spice and Wolf for me. And No Game No Life would be great as well. And like John, I have to say Overlord definitely to be closer to the source material. For pretty much the exact same reasons John said.
It's so much better, dude. Like, even something that could adapt it as well as like Slime Tensei did, or even Mushoku Tensei, it would be so much better. But
I think what you're going to need for that is, like with Mushoku Tensei, a studio to actually be formed specifically to make it.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to this is an interesting question. And this is from Astolfo, not the real one, I assume. Why has Darling in the Franxx had such a lasting popularity despite having such an ending and a studio swap?
02.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much. I mean,
the porn.
There is some really good Darling in the Franxx porn out there. But yeah, I mean, a lot of it has to do with the aesthetics of the show. I think the aesthetics of that show are very appealing. I mean, even as someone who definitely agrees that the ending was very meh and the story kind of fell off the rails at like episode 16, I still love the way that show looks. I think the animation that show was really good, and it just like the aesthetics of the character design and the world is just good, despite the nosedive the story takes.
Yeah, okay. Well, I haven't finished watching Darling in the Franxx. I've watched the first 4 episodes, and I don't care for it. But I definitely think it's got to be the porn, because all I see is just fucking porn of it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, 02 is like that perfect sort of like design that is really striking. I mean, she's hot, obviously, and people really gravitate towards her personality.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is the personality too, because she's got that like manic pixie dream girl personality going on, and I think I'm generalizing here, but I think there's a lot of, shall we say, weebs of the more lonely persuasion that like lust after characters like that.
Yeah, especially since she's like a cock slave who's like, darling, and does anything for you.
Yeah.
You lonely fuck, sicken me. Anyway.
I'm sorry. Who's that? Mia? Are you talking about Mia from Monmu?
I love Mia, but for different reasons. But
all right. Nathaniel on our Discord server asked, if you were going to visit a country or city you've never been to, anywhere in the world, in the real world or anime universe, and had to take an anime character with you, who would it be and why?
Okay, is it going to shock anyone to know that it's going to be the Tomb of Nazarick, and it's going to be Ein Zalgun? Like, Sasuga Ainsama, and then I could get him to show me around Nazarick and be like, yo, let me see all the cool-ass, like, traps. How are we about to fuck up the new world, my dude? Like, Sasuga Suzuki Satoru.
What about you, Natai?
I'm gonna need a minute to think about it. You go.
I mean, my answer is obvious. It's Holo from Spice and Wolf, and God, I'd want to bring her into the real world so she could give me stock tips.
Yeah,
like no joke.
It's definitely not to just cuddle her freaking tails. Don't lie.
Oh fuck! Head pads, fluffing the tail. Yes,
wow.
sir.
I didn't know you were into NTR.
Listen, the Spice and Wolf VR game where it lets you like literally head pat her in first person. Oh.
All right, Natai, your time's up. You gotta choose, man.
Hanekawa, Venice, date. Fuck yeah, let's go.
Oh, okay. You just want to touch her titties.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
She is.
I don't know.
She is ultimate waifu material, though.
Yeah, it's kind of a boring answer, but it's like, I don't know, just sounds like a really fun vacation. I'm down.
All right. Next question comes from Dark Moon. He asks, if your ultimate waifu materialized in front of you, what would you do, excluding sexual fun?
Fucking head pats.
Yeah, head pads.
Like, come on. If my ultimate waifu, who is a tie between Nagisa and also Sylphie from Mushoku Tensei, I would just, they're just so good. They're such good girls. And I'm just like, just head pats. Only head pats. No looting, nothing. Just good girls. Good girls.
Yeah. I'd say the same thing for Holo. I mean, head pats and apples.
Cuddles don't count as sexual acts, so if I could just cuddle with Hanako,
oh my god,
I'll be the happiest man alive.
All right,
fair enough. Next question also comes from Dark Moon. He says, if you could meet the creator and voice actors, Japanese or English, of your favorite anime, would you? I mean,
yeah.
Isn't that what signings at conventions are for? Like,
pretty much.
This is basically what we do, right? We go line up for hours to just get a handshake and an autograph.
Pretty much. I mean, like, my ultimate, like, my favorite anime of all time is Spice and Wolf, as I've mentioned multiple times. I've met the English voice actors for both Holo and Lawrence at previous conventions, so yeah. I'd love to meet Hasakura, the creator of Spice and Wolf, one day. I'd love to tell him how much the series he created means to me. So yeah, if I ever get the chance to meet him, I'm definitely going to take it for sure.
I mean, if I could meet the creator, if I could meet Maruyama, the guy who writes Overlord, I would love to, because one, no one knows what his face looks like, because every time he shows up in public, he wears a fucking mask.
Yeah.
So
kind of like Yoko Taro, the guy that created Nier.
And it's just like, I would love to like shake his hand and like have a translator there and be like, tell him like, I love your novel, I have everything, like I hope you continue writing more. Like, I just want to give him words of encouragement, just because like I love his stuff. I love the stuff that he writes. Like, sure, there's a lot of like reused tropes and stuff, like a puppet with its strings cut off. Like, that's a line that they use just all the time in Overlord. But I would love to meet Maruyama, because he's not big enough that he would come to America. Not that I would know of, but I can dream. As for voice actors, though, I don't really. I guess Sugita. I'd love to meet Sugita in real life and just like go out for a beer or something. Like, Sugita.
Sugita would be like the perfect drinking partner.
He does, but I would also love to do the exact same thing with Mamoru Miyano.
Yeah, he'd be bouncing off the walls, dude. Oh man, see that's just because they're cool guys. They're cool guys that I like all the work that they've done so far, like all the characters that they've played. Like, Sugita even did porn. He's in Rune's Pharmacy. I mentioned this some time ago.
Wait, what?
Yes, he has. He's done porn.
So Sugita voices a character in this hentai called Rune's Pharmacy, and I remember watching it, and I was like, Is that fucking Sugita?
And your mind probably went like, no.
And I was like, no way. No. And sure enough, it's Sugita. I was like, yo, Sugita's like a high-profile actor, so I hope he got paid to do this. Like,
he can do whatever he wants, dude.
He's pretty high-profile, dude. I'm pretty sure he made a shit ton of money as being Gintoki, but he's in a lot of shows and games and stuff too. He's not. Yeah. I don't think he's hurting for roles, but yeah, it was just surprising to me that he was in it.
And he loves VTubers.
Yeah.
Are there any particular voice actors you'd like to meet, Nitai?
I mean, just talking to the Bakano, like the dub cast would be really fucking cool. I'd love to meet fuck, why am I blanking on his name? Spike Spiegel's voice actor in English. Steve Blum?
Steve Bloom, yeah.
Steve Bloom. I would love to meet him and just like, get a chance to talk to him about acting and stuff. Like, it's really fascinating to me. Would really love to meet Imaishi.
I got to meet him a couple years ago at Otakon.
Yeah, you told me. And
awesome dude. If you ever get a chance to meet him and talk to him, I highly recommend it. He's a very...
I'd love to.
Oh, he's so cool.
But yeah, I'd love to meet him. Just so many like really fascinating people in the industry that I'd love to just get a chance to meet and talk to. I mean, Kevin Penkin from Made in Abyss soundtrack fame is like a composer that I really like his stuff. And I mean, he's not Japanese, so obviously it would be much easier to communicate with him. And also Dio. Just Dio.
Deal.
The man with the golden
You're
voice.
approaching me, the time.
Bruh, I'd love to just for a second, just to get a hi from him, and that's it. That's all I need.
I've mentioned it, but on the English side of the industry, there's one person who I've always wanted to meet and I've just never gotten the opportunity to, and that's Johnny Young Bosch. Just because, for all of the work that he's done in anime, which I do love, is one of my favorite roles that he's ever done is Isaiah in the English dub of Durarara. But I would just talk to him about Power Rangers. He was the original Black Power Ranger.
Was he actually?
Really?
Yes.
No way.
Yes, Johnny Young Bosch was the original Black Power Ranger.
That is freaking cool. I did not know that.
Yeah. I would just talk to him about Power Rangers. All right,
awesome.
Next question also comes from Dark Moon. If given the chance, would you marry your favorite voice actor or actress? I think that depends on a lot of things.
Well, I wouldn't because I don't know them.
You gotta know them first.
I can't just marry someone because they're hot or something like that. If I don't like you personality wise, I cannot stand you.
I mean, you can marry someone just because they're hot, but it's probably not going to be a good relationship.
I mean, you can if that's what you're into, but for me personally, as much as I love these voice actresses like Yui Horii or Yui Ishikawa or Yuki Aoi, Kana
Hanazawa.
As much as I love these women and I think that they're beautiful and all that, I don't know them personally. I don't know how they're like in real life. I only know the characters that they play. So I can't really fantasize about marrying these women because I don't know them. That's just weird to me.
And again, you're kind of marrying into a fantasy, not really.
Yeah, and
not them as a person, right?
So that's I'm sure there are a bunch of otakus out there who would love to marry their favorite voice actor or actresses based off of the fact that I followed their work for years and this and that. But just a pro tip out there, man, these are relationships and these are people that you've made in your head. You don't actually know them.
And they're not the characters that they play, trust me.
Yeah.
But I mean, some of them really do lean into the characters that they play. I'm pretty sure that Mamoru Miyano doesn't act a whole lot when he's behind the mic, but
yeah. Or Sagita's how Sagita acts in his just kind of his deadpan phase.
Yeah.
Or whatever. That's just how Sagita is, dude.
Yeah. I can tell you
it.
there's one voice actress I would probably not want to have a relationship with, and that's Aya Hirano.
I am the opposite. See, if I was going to marry anyone, I'd marry her, because then she'd be down to do the gangbangs anyway, so whatever.
I guess.
God.
I mean...
Don't you kink shame
look
me?
at it that way, maybe she's the most marryable.
The most marryable, okay, Alex.
All right. This is the last of the Discord questions. It's from Dr. Sauce. It says, if you could have a familiar of anything, what would it be? A cat.
Boy, can I have any type of pet from any anime, or does it have to be a familiar? Because if I could get an anime pet, for example, like Kilala or something. Then I'd probably...
the question asks if you could have a familiar of anything, what would it be?
I'd get a dog. What? I'd get a pug. A magical flying pug. What the fuck?
Magical flying pug.
Do you even... Wait, no one on the podcast knows I love pugs. Shit. I've revealed secret information. No, not
Wait,
a pug.
really?
Definitely not pug. Erase that. Editor. I'm the editor. Yeah,
You played yourself.
Suddenly there's a Zoro sound effect.
Yeah, my favorite. I love dogs. Very specifically, I love pugs because they're so hideous. But they're so ugly and stupid, and I love them. They're so... I cannot explain my love of pugs. I would love to have a flying pug. Just... Have you guys seen Space Brothers, the anime?
Yes.
Note.
Okay, do you know Apollo? The dog?
Yes.
The pug? I
know
love
exactly
Appo.
what you're talking about.
Apollo.
They named the dog Apollo. That's great.
Yeah, well, it's about space. It's about these two brothers who are astronauts, But one of them has a dog, and he couldn't name it Apollo because it was too long. So he named it Apo, A-P-O. But it stands for Apollo. But it's a pug. His name is Apollo, and I fucking love it so much. He doesn't say anything. He literally just sits there in the frame, and does the pug fucking breathing. And I'm just like, I love this. I would die for this dog. Anyway, I love pugs, and I would love to have a pug familiar.
Nitai?
Either a big ass tiger, like just huge tiger, or a really big panda. That's it. That's all I need, bro. That's all I need. I'll be so happy.
Okay, then.
If it was Panda Sensei from Beastars. Yo,
Yes.
that'd be so cool.
Yes.
You'd be at the gym, and he'd just be like, "Oh, you were lifting those weights good. Daily exercise is really good for your mentality."
Yes.
He's just
That's
eating
a
bamboo and
bamboo,
fucking
bitch.
getting gains, dude. Fucking imagine.
Yes.
Panda Jim Bro.
Panda Jim, bro. Wow. I'm down.
All right, and so we have the last questions we're going to finish up with here are from both our Facebook page and our Twitter page. The first one comes from Henry Zimenoff. It's which anime or animes have the best monster girls?
Monmusu?
Monster Musume.
Yeah, what kind of question is that, Henry? Obviously, it's Monmusu, because you can literally fuck anything. But on an actual... See, I like Monmusu because of the lewd, but if I was going to talk about, like, Ajin monster girls, like demi-humans, then it has to be... oh my god, I don't remember that freaking anime. The one that has the Dullahan girl that I love
Interviews
so
with
much.
Monster Girls?
Yes, Interviews with Monster Girls. I would say that anime because we aren't limited to just like monster breed monsters, but like demi-human monsters where like, you have Dullahans, vampires, invisible girls, Yuki Onna, stuff like that. And also just I love the Dullahan girl so much. She's so cute. Oh, Lord. So cute.
Dragon Maid has some really good monster girls.
What does?
Dragon Maid.
Oh, Dragon Maid. I thought you... Never mind.
What did you think I said?
No, never. I'm going to leave it there.
Okay.
Thought you said
I
Dragon
guess
Age.
the Dragon Girls are kind of like monster girls.
Yeah.
Well, they
I don't
also
know.
have
I don't have a strong . On monster girls, so
Well, I mean, I guess you have Leviathan. You've got some random dragon. You've got a Quetzalcoatl. I don't know what Kana is. What kind of dragon Kana is?
A loli.
She's just a lowly dragon.
Thank you, Alex.
The pest dragon. I mean... all right. Next question comes from Cody Madsen as what is your ideal date? That's a good question.
So, my ideal date, as it's always been, is to just have a chill time with my date. And generally, it's like it goes, let's grab a lunch somewhere, I don't know, wherever we want. Not too expensive, maybe expensive. It depends. Like if I want sushi, whatever, burgers, doesn't matter. And then afterwards, I'd love to like go to arcades. Like there's one down near a mall where we're at. It's called Round One. It's like a Japanese arcade place, and I love going there because it has a bunch of arcade games from Japan and a lot of rhythm games, and I love rhythm games. And then afterwards, just like going like walking near water. I also love water, so long walks on the beach on a moonlit night. Like just cheesy
Pretty
shit.
much.
I mean, what's my ideal date? Having just a fun time with someone who's also having a fun time with me. That's literally it. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. Like it's just as long as I'm having fun with my date, we could do anything. We could be freaking skydiving. We could be running, doing go-karts. We could just be chilling at home watching Netflix. It doesn't matter.
Go-karts are a fun date.
Yeah. I mean, I've done... I take my girlfriend on a bunch of dates every weekend. So... And it's usually... Dates are usually just me doing things I want to do, and she comes along. And she loves it. And I'm just like, great. That's great, honey. I love it. I love that you love it. I don't know what I'm doing. I just go to do stuff I want to do.
Yeah, that's the way to go about it.
So I have a date story. This is from college. I was dating a weeb girl, It's shocking. They do exist. And you remember that scene John in Wotakoi where the two main characters are like laying in bed together and they're both reading manga, but they're reading the same manga and they keep passing it to each other when they get done?
Yeah.
I did the exact same thing once on a date with a girl.
See, that's super cute
Really?
though to
That
me
sounds
because
fun, yeah.
sharing it, because again, with someone that you like, anytime you're spending with them, you should just be enjoying, and it doesn't really matter the activity. Like, obviously, ideally, if this was phrased as like, what's your ideal first date, like to get to know someone, that'd be completely different. But my ideal date with my girlfriend, with any significant other, really, is just to have a good time, and it could be anything. Whether it's a hobby you both enjoy or it's something new you've never tried, it could be anything. As long as you're spending time together and you're just having time, you're just bonding. You know, that's really what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we got two more questions left. The second to last question comes from Justin Kabebe. I don't know how you pronounce the last name, but I'm sorry if I fucked it up. What are the Nozaki sisters' fetishes? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Finn has a propensity for incest. If you or if you look at her Twitter page, you'll see that.
Thank you all out there for dropping in Anime Club After Dark.
Why are people encouraging you, Alex? I will never
Why
understand.
are people enabling you, Alex? I cannot believe this.
Shut up. She also really loves Yuri and Yaoi. Her older sister, Nano, is really a fan of NTR because, older people are. No, everyone gets sighs about NTR. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Listen, I'm not into being cut.
FBI, open up!
Why would the FBI be in here?
And if you wanna know about Lynn's fetishes, that's classified because she's underage, sir.
Oh, now it's classified. Okay.
Oh, one more year.
Listen, these sisters, these Nekojin, are all of Alex's creations, so I have zero idea. You're literally speaking to the creator right now, so
Yeah.
Oh man, I have too much fun with it. I'm sorry. And our last question comes from Nigel. I don't know if it's supposed to be pronounced Adams or Adamus. Do unicorns fart glitter? I hope so.
Yes.
No, 100% they do. Why wouldn't they?
I know one thing about. I know a couple of things about unicorns, but one fun fact in the real world I know about unicorns is that unicorn is the national animal of Scotland. I'm not even joking about that. It's 100% true.
I know, and it's just so. I love it so much. I love the Scots. Ugh.
It's like, what do you want to have as your national animal? Fuck it, a unicorn. I feel like that was decided at a pub one night, like late at night. We got all this other national stuff down. What animal? Fuck it, unicorn.
Thank you all out there for dropping in to listen to us.
Oh, I promise I do this every time. I forgot to do it at the beginning. So God. my monthly Senpai's VTuber receipts, I'm only going to go over the ones that actually...
Wait, you need the fucking intro?
Yeah, go ahead, do it. So I'm only gonna mention the ones that have actually changed since the last time. There's only 4 girls that I have I've donated to since the last time I did one of these. One is Sakura Miko. I'm up to $425 for her.
Oh my god.
The other is actually there's 5. There's Usada Pekra. I'm up to $150 for her. Gura, I am up to $100 for her, so I'm up into the triple digits for Gura. And then the other 2 are 2 of the Indonesian girls that I've really gotten into. Well, I've always been into Crazy Ali. I'm up to $50 for her. And I've also really gotten into Risu's streams recently.
Risu's the best.
She's so chill. Big nuts.
Big nuts.
I have donated $30 to her. So I'm up for a total of all the girls that I've donated to, and one guy. I am up to a total of $937 so far that I have sent for VTubers.
Someone's got to put him through college, dude.
Yeah, right?
And it's all thanks to simps like you. Thank
Yes.
you for your donations.
This program made possible by simps like you.
Is that PBS?
Yeah.
Oh man, I've been indoctrinated, dude, by the Bill and
Yeah.
Melinda Gates Foundation.
Yeah.
Oh man, I
my
even remember
God.
that it's them that do the sponsorships for PBS. Oh
Yeah.
Lord.
Also, on a more serious note, Hachima, come home.
Please.
Please.
We miss
I
you.
really miss your streams.
Don't kill yourself, please.
Yes.
Or whatever the fuck is going on.
It's been almost a month since she streamed. I'm ready for her streams again. Anyway, so that is our Q&A session. Thank you to everyone who sent in questions. As I mentioned at the top of this recording, if you do have questions, please join our Discord server. There's a channel there where you can ask questions anytime. We like to have these at the beginning of all of our WTFs, but since we got so many, we did this. You can also ask us on social media. We do have both a Facebook and a Twitter page. Yeah, we love interacting with our followers like this. And like I said, thank you all for sending us these questions and for dropping in to listen to us. Check the description below where you can find links to Anime Club After Dark on Twitch, like I said, on social media and on Discord. Check out our merch store. We have affiliate links as well. Any purchases you make there do really help us out. With that, I have been your host, Alex, and I will see you next time. Say goodnight, guys.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
What is the meaning of life? Why are we here?
Just
Just to suffer?
They played us like a damn fiddle!